Let's talk a little football.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Press Box. I'm Austin Reams, and I'm here with these three wise and ancient sages of South Georgia.
Ancient is right.
Randy Young, Michael Best, Jim Rayburn. Thanks for joining us.
I resent that.
But I said wise, too.
But ancient. I'm the only one ancient on this.
We all resemble that remark to a degree.
Yeah. Well, it's a mark of being wise, I think.
That's
right?
coming from the young guy too, Jim.
Yeah,
That's the thing
but
over there now.
yeah.
No, it's just a mark of being lucky and still being alive.
Yeah, I wouldn't qualify as young. But anyway, let's talk football. Let's talk Thomas County Central, 48-10 winners over Thomasville. Good game for a little bit, and then really the third quarter, Central takes over. But we'll get the different point of views here. But Randy, good win for Central, and got a lot you can build off of.
Yeah, solid win against a good team. And as you said, the first half it was kind of back and forth. We score first and able to get another touchdown on the board, 14-0, and then Thomasville breaks a long run and cuts it to 14-7, and back and forth. The half it was 24-10, and it's still kind of anybody's game. Thomasville missed a field goal just before the half, I think, that could have had an impact on things, and we missed a field goal too later on that kind of, again, we should have had right down there in front of the goalpost, but regardless. Come out in the second half though, and our guys did really, really well. Defensively stepped it up, held the Dogs to just a handful of yards. I think one first down, if I remember right, and that was from a penalty, and 24 points. And we had a good game from Deuce Lawrence. Jalen Johnson played solid. J.B. Watkins, the young sophomore wide receiver, looked really, really good. And the defense, again, stepped up. I mean, the team is gaining confidence every week, which is what you want to see with the non-region schedule. And growing up, a lot of the young guys that have not had a lot of playing time now, we're about to hit the halfway point of the season. And so they're not rookies anymore. And you can kind of tell it. I mean, the confidence level's growing. And we've shown that we're a second-half team. I mean, that's the mode of this team, it seems like. The first half, kind of feeling it out to see what to do, and then going and making those adjustments in the second half. And
Michael, you have anything you want to say?
I can't. I just love him.
Wait, what did I do?
The confidence level's building like it needed to build.
They've really got to have their confidence this week.
Yeah.
They got Bainbridge coming to town.
He does his job now. He does.
I mean, it's true.
Because I know you guys were so downtrodden.
Yeah,
just trying to lift their spirit.
Not downtrodden.
We lost that game 2 years ago, and we never let it get over. We can't get past it.
I'm glad their confidence got up against a single-A school.
Okay, well, I mean, whomever it is, I mean, you want to play well.
It just got on me. I'm sorry.
That's the Thomasville part coming out of you. Just oozing a little bit.
Well, solid win. And, we go to 4-0 in the season, and now we've got Bainbridge coming in. Bainbridge is struggling. I mean, there's no way around it. It's a program in transition, new coach, new system, and hopefully our guys will take care of the business that they need to, and we'll be able to get.
Just that confidence.
I brought you Autumn Mix as a consolation prize, and you're throwing stuff all over me over here.
I understand.
I can feel the sarcasm, the warmth of the sarcasm coming from over here.
All right. Well,
Anyway.
one thing you want to see at the Bainbridge game. Tell me what you want to just to preview that game.
Take
What do you
care
want
of
to
your
see?
business. Don't let them linger. Go ahead and put them out, and that way get your younger guys in there. Let them get some experience and injury-wise too. We had a couple of guys in the third quarter the other night that got dinged up a little bit. And
What did they do? Hit each other?
Well, one of the big offensive linemen rolled his ankle, and then we had a defensive back that separated his shoulder early on, and was able to get back in the game. But just keep them healthy. Lee County, 2 weeks away, and got to go up there, and that's the region opener for both teams, and that's a huge football game. Don't look ahead. Take care of your business. You get your off week next week, and then you can start getting ready for that region opener.
And I will say this, I think your depth and your second string had a big impact on winning the state title last year.
Big time.
Right? I mean,
big time.
When you get ahead and those guys get in and they play, they are a big, huge factor.
Well, you can tell it. I mean, these guys are playing well as a unit. I mean, and you look at the guys that are contributing. The backfield is solid. The offensive line is solid. I mean, right now this team is growing up, and it was what we wanted to see. And hopefully, again, hit our stride when we need to when we get into that region schedule.
All right, well, let's go on the Thomasville side. I mean, you guys are going to have open week, and then you've got Bacon. But thoughts on the game? I feel like your quarterback is really growing up. Mm-hmm. He looked really good, and I mean, he didn't have hardly any time. You've got two D1 linemen that you're staring down the barrel
We still
of.
talking about Central or
Yeah, I think so. But
Cam looked good.
Cam looked good. I mean, but I think it bodes very well for your region play when your quarterback is looking that good and confident and really has grown. What are your thoughts on Cam Hill?
Cam's playing well. He is his third year playing. He had to start as a freshman. Did a great job as a freshman. Last year he kind of was back and forth, but Cam's throwing the ball well. He's got good footwork. He's making the right decisions, and that's from experience. And he's only a junior, so we got him back. But if you'd have told me at the beginning of the year we'd be 3-1 after our opening schedule with Brooks and Cairo and Central, I'd have said,
Yep.
write it up.
You got to be happy.
We'll take it. We'll take it. Because legitimately, I know there's a lot of Bulldog fans out there blaming Coach DeLay and talking about all this stuff. And hey,
Central's good football.
If Thomasville beats Central, we got to have the studs like we had a few years ago.
Yeah,
we got to play perfect, and they got to swap around just a little bit. And so, because hey, they are 5A, we are high single A, which is double A. So that's 3 classes. They got a lot more kids to choose from. They're well coached. They play hard. Our kids hung in there. If we could have got a touchdown right before half or even the field goal, but we went to clock the ball got loose, and it rolled around, and we lost yardage, and then we missed the field goal. So, that's kind of stuff happens. You're not used to go. We go under center a little bit, but we don't go under center a lot.
Yeah.
And so, everything else is shotgun. But I mean, Levante Cole had a great run for a touchdown in the first half. We were missing Leland Chapman, and he's the best blocking back in the whole. He blocks well for Cam when he has to, and so we missed him. Ant couldn't get going. Defensively, we hung in there. We stopped, but third quarter, go back to the Brooks game. No first downs, 3 and out all through the third quarter. Go to the Pella game. I think we might have got a touchdown. Cairo, we sitting there slopping around in the third quarter. Then we go back to work in the fourth quarter. Well, by the time it got fourth quarter, we were out of this game.
Yeah.
And it was mentally, our kids were out of it. So, I mean, blame it on the coach if you want, but my hat's off to
Central's
County
good.
Central. They're a very good football team. They'll go far in their classification, and I think Brooks is showing people that they're a lot better than people gave when we beat them, gave them credit for, because they beat Cook, which is a AAA school, and they beat Worth.
Yeah,
In back-to-back weeks, and they do have Fitzgerald coming to equipment this week. So Brooks isn't bad. So Cairo's a good football team, and the Thomasville Cairo game, it doesn't matter. The records don't matter, but I mean,
so open week.
Bulldogs are preparing for region, and we got a week off. Then we get to fry a little bacon at Veterans Memorial.
How are they,
Stadium.
Jim? Is bacon any good?
I don't know. We don't know much about them.
Yeah.
Bacon's always good.
Bacon's
man.
good, especially if you got some
Or-
eggs.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
oh,
Over
man,
to Coffee
but
County.
I'm not sure
just
about
wanna
the
go play
team, but I'm
Chris
just saying
County.
bacon.
Early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bacon is probably not they'd probably be a good baseball school. I think Bacon and Brantley and Jeff Davis over there are real good in baseball. And Jeff Davis is probably the best of the teams that moved in amongst us. Their quarterback's pretty good. So we got a few weeks before then. We get Bacon, and
Yep, region play starts.
started.
region
It's gonna
play
be good.
starts, and
Well, and let me-
we have to pull for Central.
Yeah, you
and we
gotta
had
pull
to
for
with
Central
Cairo,
now.
And I've never done either.
And he's an SEC guy now. What's
Yeah,
going
I
on
know,
here,
it's
Michael?
like the-
Now, let me say this real quick. Kudos to all of the veterans who sent
Yeah.
their videos in that were part of the video or the Veterans Night. Love seeing the honorary captains from both sides out there with the squad. That was really, really cool.
Yeah.
And I tip my cap to Thomasville and to Jeremy
Yep.
Rayburn for helping to organize that. That was a really, really neat thing through the night. Big time.
Yeah, I hope that can be a tradition.
That's the only
to-
thing. That's the only thing I liked about Central, because I really like the honorary captain for Central. He's a great guy.
He's a good guy.
He's a great guy.
That's Todd Williams, by the way.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, very good. You like a Central guy. This is, man, the apocalypse is coming, y'all. And this is so crazy.
There's certain
There's certain
ones.
individuals you
There's
gotta
certain
like.
ones.
Okay, all right, okay, all right. Well,
But they all love you, Jim. That's the
No,
thing.
no.
Yes, indeed.
Not
No
many
question.
of them. Not many of them love me.
well, let's say that Kathleen doesn't like Cairo because
No.
you guys beat them 63-24, getting your first win. And let's talk about that win over the Florida team. How did that go?
You know, talking about confidence, I mean, we have not won a game since early November. If you think Into the season with a loss to Bainbridge. We lost in the first round to Troup County. Scrimmages don't count unless you win them. Then people say they count, but I mean it's true.
It is true.
And, but we didn't come out on top in the Irwin. We didn't come on top in the Worth, and then we lost to Thomas County Central. We lost to Thomasville, so we needed a win. So this was fun. It was a good night. It was a rainy, wet night. Not a huge crowd. Nothing like the week before. Great atmosphere the week before with Thomasville and Cairo in there, but I think we counted up that Kathleen brought about 22 people, and they had about 35 players. They didn't have a band, they didn't have any cheerleaders. They just drove up here from Lakeland. And,
What did they have to play for?
and
Their pride, Jim.
they just
It's
wanted to
literally
try
their
some
money,
of this
too.
stuff.
They got
Money.
paid.
They got paid.
Did they get 1.4 million?
They didn't get quite 1.4 million, that's
More
for
than
sure. But we gave them some free drinks in the concession
Yeah, they went to
stand and
Mr. Chick.
some
That's
Mr.
probably what
Chick.
they
We
did.
gave
The
them
Jim
chicken.
Rayburn
Gave them chicken
concession
box.
stand, I think
you know?
it was.
No, it's press box.
Oh, press box. That's right. That's right.
They got to upgrade that concession stand on the visitor side.
I did
Yeah,
see
that
your
thing's
name
sad.
in the visitor side bathroom at Thomasville. I
It-
wanted to point
thank
that
you.
out. You've been honored.
I appreciate
There you
it.
go.
But it's
Well,
going to get tore down and redone, and you won't be
Then
getting
it'll be something nicer, I'm sure.
Never mind. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But anyway, a big night. Brian Duncan had a huge night. He set the single game record for rushing yards that KJ Spence set last year. He broke it this year with 300 yards, 5 touchdowns. He blocked 2 extra points.
Good gracious.
He had a busy night, had a fun night. And then the Teals got in on it.
Which half dozen of those were in on it?
Jalen Teal ran the opening kickoff back for a touchdown. I think the first one was 86 yards. Later, he ran another one back, 94 yards for a touchdown. And then Zaquavian Teal, he had a 94-yard touchdown run where we had stopped him down there at the goal line. In first play, he broke it and went for a touchdown. So we had 9 touchdowns, and our brand new kicker, who has never played football until this year, he kicked all 9 extra points, did a good job, only had to punt 1 time. It was 45 yards. But Kathleen's got a good quarterback and a couple of good receivers, and we're a little disappointed. Our secondary's got a lot of work to do. We still got to, we got to shore that up. We definitely get exposed in our secondary, and it's not like we'll just put some different guys. We got the guys out there. They just got to get better.
You got to figure it out.
And there's a lot of sophomores back there playing in the secondary, and they're growing up and learning. And Brian, you don't want to play Brian all the time, everywhere. But
It
Brian,
sounds like he never leaves the field,
Brian,
though, Mike.
and lately, we've been trying to spell him some, and but he'll have to come in.
Not Travis Hunter
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
Green
he'll
County.
have to be in there some, and he wants to. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
He loves
yeah.
being out there. But we get the win.
That's the biggie.
It was a great night for that, and the weather kept it a little dreary, but the crowd that was there responded well. So now we
going to Cook, right?
Now we go to Cook, and that's an old rivalry game from years ago back. They've been playing, Cairo and Cook have played since 1929, off and on through the years. And so Cook's got a good ball team, and this will be a good challenge for us. Back in Georgia, playing the team from Georgia, got to go over there and play. So,
Really nice stadium, by the way.
yeah, that's what I hear.
Yep.
And so
Don't go to the old stadium.
no,
Which is what I did the last time we went. And went
There's only a few bleachers there now. That's where the junior high programs play.
Yeah.
So
They have a really nice stadium up there now.
we'll looking forward to going to the new stadium and hopefully make it 2 in a row.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a pretty tight matchup, though.
Yeah,
Cook's
they're a
pretty
lot
solid.
like us. They got a good special teams. Their quarterback, they graduated the one they had last year that was so good, but they say this guy's doing a good job and got a couple of good receivers. So it'll be a good challenge for us going over there to play. So
All right.
then we get a week off, and then we get Bainbridge.
All right. So that rivalry game, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that one. Speaking of rivalry, I guess it's sort of kind of a rivalry. Colquitt County is going to travel to play Lee County, and that's maybe the best game of the in Georgia. I don't know if it's Georgia, but definitely in South Georgia. Colquitt was open and prepping for Lee, so coming off a loss, I think it's just going to be an interesting game.
Yeah.
And can't wait to see the result of that one and how I feel like Colquitt's going to respond pretty well. But this is going to be a close game.
It'll be a battle. Mm-hmm. Colquitt's quarterback's got to play better if they're going to beat Lee.
Yeah, and he's young, so you got to figure that out. So.
And Lee County, let me say this, they have done a really, really good job of kind of limiting the carries for Usman Akroma and letting him not have to shoulder all the load. They found another running back that's doing pretty well. They're throwing the ball pretty well. The thing with Lee County is their defense. So if this turns into a shootout, it'll be really interesting to see how it turns out.
Yeah. On to Mitchell County, the Eagles fly, 40-32 over Turner County. So they're undefeated. They're going to play Clinch County.
Mitchell got it going on this year.
Yeah, they do. Love that quarterback. Right, he runs the ball really well. They block for him and open up holes for him. So good job, Eagles. Pelham lost to Valwood, 42-28, and Pelham has Seminole County coming into town.
That'll be a battle. Seminoles undefeated.
Both those teams, and I'm
And low
pretty
sing-
sure that's
they're-
in region, right? Okay,
I think
region
they're low
play.
single A.
Brookwood also continues region play. They're playing Southland. They lost to Lafayette 43-0. The good news in Brookwood athletics is one of our players, TJ Thomas, went to Elon, and Elon beat maybe North Carolina a couple of years ago, but he is Coastal Athletic Conference Rookie of the Week. He had 173 yards on 11 carries as a true freshman.
Yeah.
So we all
impressive.
knew he was pretty good, and he's playing really well. His first game was against Duke, and he had played pretty well against them as well. So happy for him.
Yeah.
And we're going to take a break, and then we'll talk some college football. All right, after our break, we needed a break to get our confidence back. You know, we haven't really lost a program in 2 years, and so we wanted to do that. So we're good to go. We got our confidence back. We're ready for college football. And let's talk about Georgia. And they got a scrimmage with Kentucky this weekend.
It is an
And-
SEC matchup.
And the reason why
On
I pick on Kentucky is
TV.
is they try to play bully ball, but they're not bullies. Like they try to play Georgia bully ball, and they're not bullies. So again, Georgia is going to choke the life out of them. And so, what do you think? How do you think Kirby should handle this in terms of not showing much to Bama, or you're going to throw the ball a lot? How do you think Kirby's going to handle this, Mr. Bass?
Have you talked to Kirby about this?
We haven't spoken yet this week, but I will talk to him and I'll get his thoughts. But they just go to work.
You had
you know?
one job, and
Yeah.
that was it.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, why don't you
I
call
was
him?
busy. I've been busy trying to help them get their confidence level
Yeah.
up over there.
Appreciate it.
They've
Appreciate
asked me
it.
to come to a pep rally for them, help them
Yeah.
get it going.
Appreciate
But I think Kirby is just a method man. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just
See, you guys are having trouble coming up with words of how good they are. Y'all are picking on
they're
me,
just gotta,
calling this a scrimmage.
They're not. Do you know? I watched the game on YouTube because they had to stream it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I wasn't gonna
'Cause
pay.
yeah.
So, and I was reading the little. There was a little chat box on the
Yeah.
side of Georgia fans.
Yeah.
Who are some of them are awful, and
Fans, awful?
you
No.
know, and I'm reading this thing,
Shocking.
and it's 24-0, and Becca's thrown one incomplete pass, and I'm reading how people are saying, there's no way we'll compete for a national championship this year. Becca's off. What's wrong with him? Ever since he got that fancy car, he can't throw a ball. He missed one pass,
Yeah.
And
5 touchdowns, I believe, on the
yeah.
day.
Yeah.
So
But was that a crucial pass?
yeah, they're not going to
It was
show
a pass.
anything.
But
Yeah.
any pass
So-
is crucial when you got money bet on
Yeah.
the game. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just the way that works.
So don't show Bama anything. Just keep it conservative
It's going
against
to go to
Kentucky.
work. Got to go to work.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
They
I
can
think-
show Bama everything they got and still not have any trouble.
Yeah, Bama didn't look great
no,
either,
they
y'all.
struggled. They did. They struggled. And-
Although I think Bama will take care of Wisconsin this week. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway,
I think Kentucky's going to give us a tough game. We got to fight to the end.
Where is that game at?
It's in Kentucky.
At night?
7:30.
7:30, yeah.
They
And that's
do
always a
give-
problem.
They do give
Yep.
problems.
Yep, that's
Uh,
always
But
a
this-
problem.
You want to come over and watch the game?
Are you watching on YouTube?
I would not be watching Georgia.
What time does Texas play?
I don't know yet.
Yeah.
I haven't
Okay,
looked.
I don't know who
I think
Texas
you'll
is
see.
playing.
I think you'll see Georgia concentrate on the running game. They got Etienne back, and
Yeah.
it looks like I think 22 Branson Robinson looked like he had looked better this past
Yeah.
week, and I think they feel good about the passing attack, and not that they feel bad about the running attack, but I think they're going
But
to
you need
concentrate.
to, you're going to need to have it for Bama. So
No doubt,
I think you're
no
going to
doubt.
see a lot of extra dose in the run game. So I wish FSU had a run game, but we don't. We're prepping for Memphis, and by the way, Memphis ain't bad. They have a really good quarterback. What do you think? What's the one thing that FSU needs to get right? What's the one thing? There's a lot of things, but what would you like to see them get right, Jim? Thinking maybe offensive line,
Narrow it
run
down.
game,
He's narrowed
Narrow it down.
Yeah.
receivers. We do
How
get our
about the
best.
whole offense?
Yeah.
Because the line doesn't block, the quarterback can't throw, we can't run the ball, and we can't catch it.
But other than that,
Other than
Other than
that,
that, they're
looking
our
good.
punter.
They make a good. They do a good job coming onto the field.
Yes, that's right.
That entrance
Run
with the
through,
spear.
run through
Yeah.
game
the spear's
strong.
impressive.
Yep.
Yeah. I'd like to see our O-line really block well on the run is what I'd like to
That's
see us
what
do.
they got to run the
Be
ball
kinda
and be
nice,
able to
but-
throw it. They haven't been able to do that.
Any comments over here? You guys have anything?
More confidence.
Yeah, just a little more
big.
confidence. You know, it's,
You
it's
reckon
big.
you could get some to them?
I can.
You're
send
gonna
it.
talk to him?
You think the Central can do it for us?
Play physical on
All right.
both
I like that.
sides of the ball.
Because they're not doing that.
Because that defensive line that everybody was bragging about before the season started as one of the best in America has looked like junk. And the offensive line, Jim nailed it, has done nothing. Play physical. If you lose, at least play your physical game so it looks like you're trying instead of just going through the motions.
If they lose to Memphis, he won't be back next year.
I know
You may
he
We'll
will.
have to have a new host.
You're gonna guys. You're gonna need a host. Like
Get Clint back in here.
I know, old Clint. I always tell him that I got a roll for him, but he never wants to.
He's going to
never
pay
wants
for his
come.
gas next week if FSU loses, but
So-
they're not going to lose. But just play physical. Play
All right.
like you want it.
Well, one segment that always wants it and does a good job is yes no. So here we go. First one out of the box, Randy. The yes no segment will be less than stellar, kind of like the games this week.
No,
Thoughts on
I
yes,
think,
no,
I
say
think,
no.
Listen, we thought the games last week were going to be less than stellar.
Okay,
It turned out to be
all
some pretty good games. I'm going no.
All right,
I drive from Cairo for this part.
all right.
So no.
I'm gonna say no.
You're gonna
Also.
say no. All right, here's a good one for
exciting.
Jim. Texas is gonna win the SEC, baby.
I don't know that we want to win the SEC. No,
That's a good point.
we go back. It'll depend. Let's see what they do in October, the 19th or whatever,
Yeah.
when Georgia comes to Austin. Let's see. Then you can.
Then you can say it.
But they got some tough games coming up. So
Yeah.
Texas is.
Yeah.
They'll flop some
All right.
of them.
Texas gonna win it?
No, I don't think.
Say
they're gonna
no. Georgia, what do you say?
No, but they can. I don't think they will, but
they're
I think
in a
they
good
can.
position to
I
do
saw
so.
your Cal thing run out, and it was it even jumped.
The
like
Bevo?
a
cow
horse.
thing. What
Yeah.
cow
What's
thing?
that mascot? They got that cow.
Bevo.
Bevo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bevo.
Bevo.
That cow. He
He thought Ugo was in.
Yeah, he attacked
was coming
Ugo one
again.
time.
Well,
That's
he
why he's
jumped
my
like
favorite.
Renegade. That's why I like
Okay,
it. It was
yeah.
neat. He
That's
Yeah,
jumped
Jim,
up.
that cow. That's,
That cow.
Whatever it is.
That
I
cow.
Yeah.
He's a
Longhorn.
longhorn bull.
no,
yeah.
we're not
Little
going.
difference.
We're not starting this discussion.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways this could go, and
It's
none
a
of them
bull.
are good.
All right, let's move on. The team most excited about FSU stumbling is Oregon. What do you say, Randy? Oregon has looked really average.
I'm saying no because I think Miami is the team that is
The most excited?
about it.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Florida would be, but I'm going Miami too.
You're
Yeah.
going Miami, so you say no.
I'm going Miami too.
All right, all right. Oregon hadn't looked good, y'all. I thought
No,
they
they
were going to be
struggled.
good.
They struggled.
If they played some decent teams, they'd
They'll
be in
look
trouble.
good in a couple of weeks when Ohio State goes out there.
Yeah, they better get it together.
That coach is too
They're
good.
just getting their confidence
That
up.
coach is too good. They got it. I think the coach is calling Rogers.
Yeah, to get the
See if he
confidence
can
up.
get his confidence
Yeah,
up
what
back
do we
up
do
like
to
he
get
had it
confidence
last
up?
year.
Big,
Give him
big,
a call,
huge
Michael.
issue.
You
Yeah.
can help with that.
Michael Bass, Bama at Wisconsin will be a boring win for Bama.
Well, I thought so before last week, so now you don't really know. It could be interesting, but I think Bama wins.
Bama wins. I say Bama wins boring. Randy?
I think they will. South Florida was a very skill-laden team.
Yeah.
They had some real good skill position guys, and
you don't
Wisconsin's
think
just
Wisconsin's going to do that?
I don't. Yeah,
Going to
that's
play
not gonna work.
into Bama's
Yeah, it's not
hands.
gonna
What do you
work.
say?
I don't think it. I think it'll be a good game. Wisconsin always at home. They always. I don't know if it's home or not.
It is. It's in
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
They play well in front of their home crowd, and they're gonna hit you in the mouth. And if Alabama's not ready for that,
That's true.
I mean, they always have a good running back, and they always can
Yeah.
do a lot of play action stuff. So I think Bama beats them, but I think it'll be a pretty good
Going to be a
game.
good game. All right. All right, Randy, Doak Campbell Stadium renovations. Let's talk about that. They're behind schedule because they're having to repair DJ's errant throws into the stands. That's
that's a
horrible.
no.
That's heartless.
That-
Yeah, that's so
That's
cold.
awesome.
That's no heart
Who-
whatsoever.
Riley came up with that. This wasn't me. I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm just
no,
kidding. Producer
no,
Riley.
no.
You say no.
I say no.
No.
You say no.
I say
I've got
no.
Oh
confidence.
man. Okay.
Austin says yes.
Y'all don't make me answer on that one. Last question. Here we go. Michael Bez. Jim Rayburn is already in the SEC cult because he forgot that Auburn lost to Cal.
Got to be. We forget stuff like that because
Yeah.
it just matters more.
It just means more. You
You know,
say
that's
he
what
has.
Cal tweeted after the game.
Oh, yeah.
Media folks said, it just mattered more to us.
Cal's social media was all over it. I give them props for that.
By the way, the Auburn quarterback has put on Twitter today that the Auburn fans are asking him to Venmo them money to reimburse them the money they lost on bets,
Golly.
Fair
which
thing.
is a legit story.
You can't
Yeah.
blame him. I mean,
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Well, anyway,
I didn't get the
That was
question.
what was the question again?
so Jim is already in the SEC cult because
Yes.
he forgot that Auburn lost to
Yes.
Cal.
No.
All right. Just checking.
He loaded
Just
up for
checking.
that one.
he almost.
All right. He had to think about it for a
No,
second.
I was trying to hold back the first word.
And on that note, go out and enjoy what's good. High school games, band, cheerleaders, and just kids working hard out
And
there.
if you're in the
Appreciate
stands
that.
at FSU, watch out
careful.
for the
That's
passes.
right. Errant
right?
throws.
Yeah.